Good day and welcome to Scriptural Daily Devotional. Today, Wednesday, 6 August 2025. My name is Cynthia Whitesnow. Our scripture today is Matthew 26, verse 24a. It says, "The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him." It will be very bad for a person if after they live their life here on earth, they get to eternity and they are being told that the life they live here on earth wasn't the life they were created for, or that they live someone else's life. Imagine you get into eternity and you are being told that you were not meant to study medicine, but law. Or that you were not supposed to be a gatekeeper, but a lawmaker. Imagine getting to eternity and you hear that you were not called to be a pastor, but an evangelist. Or that you were called to be a businessman, not a pastor. There is something written concerning us in a book. It is called the divine blueprint of your life and destiny. Your life must go according to what was written concerning you. Now, how do we fulfill this divine blueprint of our lives? Number one, you must know God's will for you. You must know God's vision. Your purpose, God's purpose for your life. You must know your purpose. Bible speaking in the book of Matthew chapter 3 verse 15, when Jesus went to the river Jordan to be baptized by John the Baptist, John said to him, "It is you who should be baptizing me, and then you come to me." But Jesus replied and said, "Permit it to be so now, to fulfill all righteousness, to fulfill what was written in the book concerning me." You must know what was written in the book concerning you. Jesus knew his purpose and he knew the process to fulfilling that purpose. And for you to be able to know your purpose and align with it, you must think like God. Your thoughts must align with that of God. You must see things the way he sees them. And for you to be able to do that, you must be born again. The Bible speaking in the book of Romans 12 verse 2 says, NLT version, it says, "Do not copy the behaviors and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for your life, which is good, pleasing, and perfect." Now, in getting to know God's will for your life, you must know the following things. Number one, I said, you must know your purpose. You must know your calling. When you know your purpose, you should know the strategy in which you must fulfill that purpose. If you are called to be a security personnel, you must know if you're supposed to be a policeman, a soldier, or you're supposed to provide security persons for residential areas or organization. If you are called to be a healer, you must also find out what strategy you are to use to accomplish that. Are you supposed to be a medical doctor, or you're supposed to start a healing ministry? Are you called into fashion? You should know if you're supposed to go into ready to wear, bespoke tailoring, or you're supposed to sell just fashion items or fashion tools, or you're just called to be a designer to create designs. You should know which one God has called you into so you don't struggle. Another thing that you must get to know in finding out your purpose is the location. There is a location for every purpose. If you do it in a wrong location, you will struggle. You will suffer for it. It could even lead to either death or destruction. There are people who have gone where God did not send them. And when you go where God did not send you, his presence cannot go with you. If God has called you, you must find out if God has called you to be in Nigeria, to be in your country. If he has called you, which states? Is it Abuja? Is it Lagos? Is it Enugu? You must find out. And where in Lagos? Where in Lagos? If you are into business and then you just randomly go and rent a shop, And then in the 6 months time, they break down that place. You start calling, asking God, why me? God, why? Did you ask God the location for that business? You did not. You want to buy a property, you want to buy a house, and then you didn't pray about, you didn't ask God the location for that purpose of buying a house. And then 2 years later, the government destroys the place, saying that it is on the wrong side of the road. And then you are blaming God for it when you did not ask him the location where you should do that thing you want to do. So please, let's be guided. If you go where God did not send you, his presence will not go with you. And remember, it takes the presence of God to be successful or blessed. And if the Spirit of God is not at work in your life, then a demonic spirit is. We'll continue this series tomorrow. I know you've been blessed. God bless you. See you tomorrow by the mercy of God. And bye for now.